Welcome back to The Power and the Glory. Today's scripture is taken from the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 1. Before I go any further, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help with the Google algorithm, and thank you to my existing subscribers for your ongoing support. I really do appreciate it. So I'll read the scripture now. Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters, and you who have no money, come buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. So the verse starts off by appealing to a need, and that the need here is for the people of Judah to have their spiritual thirst sated. So the people of Judah had a need for mercy and grace from God. That's the context of this scripture, as they'd been doing things that were out of alignment with their covenant with God. So they'd agreed to follow the laws of God, but had not kept those laws. So this particular scripture shows the result of their disobedience, and there's a real need for mercy and forgiveness, for spiritual restoration, if you will. And this is where God actually steps in and shows his mercy. So the verse is a powerful invitation from God to everyone who is spiritually thirsty, offering divine nourishment like water, wine, and milk without cost. And this is given through his grace, not their own efforts. Now, the inference is, if people accept that invitation, if the people from Judah accept the invitation, they'll freely receive God's blessings through their trust and faith in him. So let's look at the scripture in more detail. Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters. So this is an invitation from God to all the people of Judah. Now, please note, spiritual thirst is not a physical thirst. In this instance, the metaphor of thirst is expressing a spiritual need and a longing for something more substantial, a greater spiritual communion with God, where it's fallen away in the past through disobedience. The waters here also metaphorically express the flow of God's salvation and provision. Moving on to the next part of the scripture, and you who have no money, come buy and eat, come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. So there's then an invitation from God to buy and eat well at no cost to the believers. So the emphasis here is that these gifts are provided through the gift of God's grace alone, not through their own works and deeds. However, as God is showing them mercy to an undeserving, rebellious group of subjects, there's an implied burden of obedience, that while receiving his grace, the people of Judah will turn their minds and hearts to God and obey his commands. So there are a couple of key learnings from this scripture. First off, the promise of abundance. The underlying message here is that all worthwhile abundance is divine and it's sourced from God only. And secondly, people must draw near to enjoy the abundance. And the same applies to us. If we want God's provision, God will provide the free gifts, but first we have to answer the call from God in obedience to receive what is freely given by him.